To jump into the water to look for her boyfriend, not realizing the pool was only a few inches deep. Just as she took a running start, the dog sensed something was wrong and began barking frantically. The man noticed and rushed to stop her, but it was already too late. She lost her footing, slammed her head hard against the diving platform, and fell straight into the pool. Without hesitation, the man dove in after her. He lifted her onto a floating mat, and when he saw blood pouring from her head, he quickly dove back down, grabbed a piece of clothing from the bottom of the pool, and pressed it against her wound to stop the bleeding. He shouted desperately for help, but it was all in vain. This swimming pool had been abandoned for years. No one was coming. Earlier that day, the man had come here to swim. What he didn't know was that a mysterious stranger had secretly opened the drainage valve. The water began rushing into the sewer. By the time the man was jolted awake by the dog's barking, more than half the pool had already drained. Sensing danger, he swam toward the edge, only to discover there was no ladder. He tried climbing out, but the tiles were far too smooth. There was nothing to grip. He dragged a floating mat over, hoping to use it as a step, but it still wasn't high enough. Just then, he spotted a phone lying on the pool deck, reflected faintly in a mirror. An idea hit him. He pulled off his belt, tied it to his glasses, and tried to hook the phone and pull it closer. He tried again and again, but every attempt failed. With no other option, he shouted for help, but the pool had been abandoned for years. No one could hear him. At that moment, his girlfriend's phone suddenly rang. The vibration caused the phone to slide closer to the edge of the pool. Hope surged through him. He stretched out his arm, eyes locked on the phone. The dog barked excitedly, as if cheering him on, but he slipped and fell against the edge of the pool. The dog tried desperately to climb up to him, but the walls were too slick. It couldn't get out. On one side was the phone that could save his life. On the other was his beloved dog. Torn inside, the man hesitated, then made his choice. He used the floating mat to prop up the dog's hind legs and managed to push it up onto the deck. But when he turned back around, the phone was sliding off the edge. Overwhelmed with regret, he blamed himself endlessly. Then suddenly, he heard a buzzing sound behind him. He turned around and saw the phone hanging at the edge of the pool. It was still attached to a charging cable. He swam toward it as fast as he could, but the water level had dropped even more. He couldn't quite reach it. As the phone was about to fall, he took a desperate leap. He missed. The phone splashed